Are you in a mid-year book slump? I have just the solution for you. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Callie and I have the perfect cures for your book slump. I'm going to go through about 9 different genres and go through each of my absolute favorite books that have ripped me out of a book slump for each one of them. For some reason, in the middle of the year, we've all read so much for the first half that we just get into this slump and it's summer, we want to be outside, enjoying the sun, and kind of just fall off. Well, these books will get you right back on track. If you are in the mood for a very heartwarming romance that you won't want to put down that also has those cozy summer vibes, you're going to want to try One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. This is easily one of my favorite romance books ever. I picked this book up for the summer vibes and I instantly got 5-star feelings from it. Our FMC Alice is a photographer, and when she was younger, she spent a summer with her nan at the lake. This is where she falls in love with photography. She takes a picture of these kids out on a boat having fun on a lake, and that picture inspired her. Years later, she's a successful photographer, and she's kind of at this dilemma with her job. She wants to take pictures that she wants to take and feels proud of. However, the clients that she's working with kind of want her to veer off of what she believes makes a good picture. So she goes back to the lake with Nan and they spend one golden summer there where she just so happens to meet one of those boys that was on the boat in her original picture from years before. Charlie Florrick. And Charlie is the best boy next door type of guy I've ever read. He is the sweetest. I absolutely love their relationship together. Carly Fortune's writing transports you into the book. You will feel like you're down at the lake with Alice and Charlie on some jet skis, speeding around in the speedboat. It was such a good time. And what I love about these books, Carly Fortune's books, is they are about so much more than just the romance. There's such good morals to the story. It's also about realizing that as we get older, we grow and our wants and needs change and learning to be okay with that. And maybe that just hit me at the right time of my life, but I would say if you haven't read this or Carly Fortune in general, pick up definitely this one, but any of her books. Now, if you're in the mood for a cozy fantasy, you want a nice warm drink, cuddle up on the couch with a blanket, low stakes, don't have to worry about anything, just want a good time, A Fellowship of Bakers and Magic by J. Penner. I love cozy fantasies. I've read quite a bit of them now, and this is by far my absolute favorite. The lowest of stakes. We are following a human baker named Arletta, and she has no magic. She is a baker that is able to use science essentially with the taste and the flavors and precise amounts of things to make her baking taste like it's magic. It's just phenomenal. She gets entered into a competition filled with other bakers that do have magic. And she doesn't know how she's going to be able to compete when she has none. It has such beautiful found family in it. The way that these dishes are described just left my mouth watering. Make sure you have some really good snacks. I would even go as far to say make sure you have some pastries around you when reading this book, because you're gonna want them. It's a book about self-discovery, friendships with a little bit of romance in there. This was such a good time. I actually cannot wait to read the next one in this series. I binged it in less than 24 hours. Actually, all of these books, for the most part, I binged in less than 24 hours. So you're in the mood for something way darker, little bit dirty, guilty pleasure. Check your triggers here because there's a lot of them. I would say to read The Pretty Savage by L.K. Reid. This is a really, really dark enemies to lovers with an academic setting type of romance with a little bit of mafia vibe. And when I say enemies to lovers, it's enemies. The literal book overview says she was supposed to destroy him, but he destroyed her instead. He is not very nice. Our FMC Vega is sent into this school to off him. If she does this, her debt is paid to the people that she owes and she can live a free life. But that's not going to be as easy as she thinks it is. He basically rules this school, and he is really, really mean to her. I would say like bullying. A lot of bullying going on, but I loved it. I was hooked. I couldn't put it down. Our FMC is a complete badass. Like, she is so, so amazing. This is a duet, and book one is not a happily ever after. In my opinion, I could have read book one though and been completely fine. I didn't need to read book two, even if it left off at like a weird cliffhanger type of ending. I loved book one more than book two, but this will rip you right out of a reading slump. Maybe you're in the mood for romantasy. This next book is up for one of my top books of the year. It's a chunky one. It's pretty thick. However, I flew through this book. Could not put it down. And that's Death's Kiss by M.M. Reeves. If you've been on my channel long enough, if you've seen my TikToks, I raved about this for the longest time. This is a pirate type of setting. Enemies to rivals, back to enemies to maybe lovers eventually. The vibes of like Pirate of the Caribbean meets Harry Potter's Goblet of Fire. And I don't say that lightly. And I mean the actual trials of the Goblet of Fire. It does have very unique deadly trials in it that literally had me sitting on the edge of my seat. Like, that doesn't normally happen in trials for me. A slow burn that is the slowest of slow burns. And it is just, and my absolute favorite parts is the female characters, the side characters, the main character. It very heavily has women supporting women. And the found family, it's perfect. Literally more perfect than any other found family I've ever read about. The banter is bantering in this book. It is so good. And like tons of badass sexy pirates. And not just the men. The women are just as badass and sexy, if not more so than the men. I think I fell in love with all the women, honestly, because they are just awesome. They will literally leave you cackling. Make sure you check this out. This will take you on such an amazing journey through this like new, beautiful, and very intriguing world. I couldn't put it down. If you are in the mood for a sci-fi and want something super short, quick, easy to read, not gonna take too much world building or anything to understand what's going on, I would say give Murderbot a try. Book one is, I think the first couple books are actually little novellas, and they're super small. They're like 200 pages, 250 max. Super quick read. And we're following a robot who named himself Murderbot. This takes place on a different planet where our robot is supposed to be protecting these scientists going on an exploratory mission. And while he's guarding his team doing their thing, they get a call from the other team on the other side of the planet that's like a distress call. Something's wrong over there. So now they need to go investigate it and see what's happening. And things go downhill from there. It is so interesting. Murderbot is just an AI robot who is supposed to be following his commands, but he's actually not. He has thoughts. He has feelings of his own. He has his own goals that he wants to get to. And it was just such a good book. It was very fast, very easy to read, and I didn't need to know too much going into it. It was just a good time. And while you're going through the book, you're in his head and you're getting his thoughts about situations. And he just had me cackling as well. He was just funny. If you are in the mood for more of like an epic high fantasy book and you don't mind that it's part of a bigger series or that it's a thick one, you need to check out Malice by John Gwynne. This is one of the most epic series I've ever read. It will take a little bit more to get into, but once you're into it and you get that initial world building out of the way, you won't be able to put it down. When I say I inhaled these books, I inhaled it. You have to be in the mood for an epic fantasy though to pick this one up. It has that traditional dark versus light that I haven't really loved in a book since Lord of the Rings. And this book, not this, this book and the ones that come after it have some of the most intense, amazing battle scenes I've ever read. John Gwynne is literally a master at battle scenes. He can take you through each battle step by step, and you're not reading about it. You're there. You're in there next to the main character. You're dodging things. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Corbin is the main character that we start off following. But what's great about it is you get this handful of POVs at the beginning. You're following a couple of people. So there's not really just one main character. And as you go along with the books, you're getting more and more point of views and you're seeing things from different perspectives. So you don't know who's going to be the bad guy at first. You don't know who's going to make that decision because you're seeing everything from their point of view, and from their point of view, they're doing it for a reason, the decisions they're making. It is so freaking good. I don't even want to tell you anymore because that is a book I think you just need to read. But if that's what you're in the mood for, pick this up. You will not be disappointed. Now, if you are in the mood for a thriller that you will not be able to put down, but you don't mind it being a little dark, pick up Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. So far, I have not delved too much into the thriller genre besides Frida McFadden and Karen Slaughter, but Karen Slaughter is an amazing author and I love her thriller books. This one so far is my favorite. I'm just going to read the back of this one for you because I feel like if I'm going to explain it in my words, I'm accidentally going to spoil something. So let me just read this to you really quick. Sisters, Strangers, Survivors. It's been more than 20 years since Claire and Lydia last spoke. Claire is the glamorous trophy wife of an Atlanta millionaire. Lydia, a single mother dating an ex-con, struggles to make ends meet. But neither has recovered from the disappearance of their sister Julia 2 decades earlier, and the shocking murder of Claire's husband brings the horror and heartbreak of the past roaring back into their lives. The vanishing of a teenage girl and the killing of a middle-aged man, almost a quarter century apart. What could connect them? As they form a wary truce, the surviving sisters unearth the secrets that destroyed their family all those years ago and find the astonishing truth where they least expected it. Highly, highly, highly recommend. This book had my jaw dropping to the floor. I did not see the ending coming. I did not see it coming. Phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. Now, if you are in the mood for literary fiction with a little bit of mystery / thriller-ish to it, more mystery than thriller, at least in my opinion, this is a literary fiction. Give Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey a try. This is probably one of the most surprising reads I've read this year. I got this from my Book of the Month pick one month, and it is a book I would never pick up. Ever, but it was phenomenal. The setting. There is like a little island, and I want to say it's in like Antarctica, and one family are the only people living on it. A dad and 3 kids. And this used to be a research facility. One day, a lady washes up on the shore. They don't know how she got there. They don't know why, but they bring her in and they take care of her. This research facility turns out to be a seed bank where if the world goes to crap and is completely destroyed, all of these seeds can at least feed the rest of the world's population and kind of bring humanity back, or bring the humans back from the brink of extinction, I guess. So this family is tasked with taking care of that fault, making sure the temperature stays the way it needs to, and they're just off the grid living. But some funny things start happening once this lady arrives, and you don't really know what's going on. You don't know who's lying, who's telling the truth. And the ending of this had me bawling my eyes out. I was so upset, actually. I was so upset. I didn't see it coming. Didn't see that ending coming. I thought I had it all guessed out, but I was wrong. This is a book about climate change and how it affects the world, but that's like a very overarching theme in the background while all this other stuff is going on. This was a really, really good book. And I took my time with it. I didn't read this one in less than 24 hours because it was a book that kept my brain thinking, and I still think about it to this day. What went on in this book. Maybe you're not in the mood for any of that and you just want a spicy, fun, silly time. Read Ice Planet Barbarian by Ruby Dixon. No, I'm not joking. I loved this book. Absolutely loved it. Yes, we have a blue alien. Yes, he has a tail. Yes, it is a spicy, good, fun time that had me cackling, but it also had a plot to it. and I enjoyed that plot. Our FMC gets abducted by aliens. She's in this spaceship with other people that have been abducted when something happens to the spaceship. They basically drop all these people off in the middle of an ice planet, and that's where she meets our blue alien. And I really enjoyed them not speaking the same language, learning how to interact with one another. It was really good and fun. And it's pretty short. I have not read the other books in this series yet because I'm saving them for a book slump. This will kick you right out of it. And it made me realize that maybe alien romances are for me. Those are all the book recs I have for you today. I hope you found something in this video that will help rip you right out of your book slump. Let me know what your favorite go-to book or genre is when you're feeling like you're in a slump. For me, it's always just swapping it up to something that I haven't read in a while, whether that's sci-fi, thriller, or normally a spicy little good time like the Ice Planet Barbarians. Usually that will 100% kick me out of one. Thank you all so much for spending some time with me today. If you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. I would appreciate it. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one.